to El Salvador. I'm Sue Guzman, Fox News. The Trump administration is not making plans for the return of an MS-13 gang-affiliated migrant who was deported to El Salvador. Details from Fox's Jared Halpern.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says a Supreme Court order last week requires the administration only to facilitate, if El Salvador asks, the return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
Meaning provide a plane.
In an Oval Office meeting with President Trump and cabinet secretaries, El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, says that won't happen.
The question is preposterous. How can I smuggle a terrorist into the United States? I don't have the power to return him to the United States.
An immigration court shielded Abrego Garcia from deportation back to El Salvador. The Trump administration says the migrant was in the U.S. illegally and was a member of the MS-13 gang. Attorneys for Abrego Garcia say he is not a gang member. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
A judge is blocking President Trump from revoking the legal status of more than 530,000 migrants who flew into the U.S. under a Biden administration program. These migrants coming to the U.S. from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela under Biden's controversial CHNV program. And at the border, a long sliver of federal land along the U.S.-Mexico border will now be controlled by the U.S. Army. President Trump turning it over to the Department of Defense. The move could allow troops to detain any trespassers, including migrants. And Ukrainian President Zelensky calling for a global response to the latest missile strike by the Kremlin, and President Trump reacted to Zelensky's latest request for weapons.
Oh, I don't know. He's always looking to purchase missiles. You know, he's against. Listen, when you start a war, you got to know that you can win the war, right? You don't start a war against somebody that's 20 times your size and then hope that people give you some missiles.
America's listening to Fox News.
From around the world,
Trey Yingst, joining us from Tel Aviv, Israel.
To Washington,
I'm Mike Emanuel.
To your own backyard. If a story impacts you or your wallet, we're on it. It's the Fox News Rundown. We give every story the deeper look it deserves with must-listen interviews and smart analysis from the voices you can trust. Start your day with the Fox News Rundown. Listen and follow now at foxnewsrundown.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
Hey, this is Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. Every Tuesday, you'll hear what's on my mind. Plus, every Thursday, there's a special bonus episode where we answer the questions that are on your mind. Make sure to spend your Tuesdays and Thursdays with Trey. Subscribe now at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you download podcasts. Hope to see you.
America's listening to Fox News.
President Trump hinting at more tariffs on the way Monday, but he also suggested some potential exemptions.
President Trump said when it comes to tariffs, the country is doing great. Markets are strong, and the U.S. is making, according to the president, $3 billion a day. The president was also asked about those potential tariffs on pharmaceuticals. He says there's a timeline for that, adding he wants the U.S. to make their own drugs, as well as steel, aluminum, lumber, and other things. Now, in terms of the exemptions on items like smartphones and other electronics, the president says there may be things coming up. Trump even hinting at modifying the current 25% tariff on cars and parts coming from Mexico and Canada.
Fox's Jeff Paul reporting. Testimony resumes today in Washington, D.C. as the antitrust trial that could force Facebook parent company Meta to break off Instagram and WhatsApp continues. Fox's Tanya J. Powers with the story.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg could get more time on the witness stand today following his testimony on Monday in the trial. Emails introduced in court highlighted internal talks in 2011 between Zuckerberg and others inside Facebook that discussed Instagram's explosive growth and what the app had that Facebook didn't. Quote, a really good camera and a photo-centric sharing network. Facebook later bought Instagram in 2012 for $1 billion before acquiring WhatsApp 2 years later for $22 billion. The Federal Trade Commission says Meta's ownership of Instagram and WhatsApp gives it excessive control of the social media market, but Meta says it, quote, did nothing wrong. The trial is expected to last several weeks. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
And Italian tycoon Gianluigi Aponte has reportedly now emerged as a lead player in a deal that would buy 23 global ports, including key Panama Canal locations, from a Hong Kong business magnate. Bloomberg reporting the Aponte family's Terminal Investment Limited would be the sole owner of the ports, except for two that would be controlled by BlackRock. I'm Sue Guzman. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Nashville police on Monday afternoon identified a deceased female as that of a Putnam County woman reported missing Monday morning by the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Eddie Ferris said Metro PD found the body of 23-year-old Cassidy Kaylee Madison Jackson Friday in the Hermitage area. Ferris said when police discovered Jackson's body, she had no identity markers or personal belongings. The investigation remains ongoing at this time. A 19-year-old faces arson charges for allegedly setting a fire that severely damaged a McMinnville Dollar General store Friday. The Southern Standard reports that Matthew Howell admitted to McMinnville police that he set the fire after becoming angry. Officials said no injuries occurred, but the store appears to be a total loss. TDOT will suspend all interstate construction work on Easter weekend in anticipation of increased holiday travel. The agency says road construction work requiring lane closures will stop Thursday at 6 p.m. through Monday at 6 a.m. That's the news from WHUB.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Today is the 15th of April, Tax Day.
Oh, it is.
6:06.
Oh, my goodness. Alex Garcia, mayor of Monterey, will be in after 7. Then we're having a drug take back. Well, Power Putnam is.
All right.
And Alec and Lila will be in with Power Putnam.
Right.
Tell us more about that, 7:30.
I like the Power Putnam guys.
They're really good people.
They're fun, too.
Yeah.
A few things you need to know. Cookeville might annex part of the Dotson Branch area. They're looking at maybe 130 to 250 acres that they might annex into the city limits. So if you're out Dotson Branch way, they said the proposed annex area to get all the provided city services there would cost about $5.8 million.
Oh.
So it's a pretty good bit there. But they're looking at it. So if you're in the Dotson Branch area, you might be a real life citizen of Cookeville, Tennessee here soon.
That's exciting. I'm sure.
Woot. Right.
Yeah. Woot woot. I want to say congratulations to Jaron Davis of Cookeville High School. That Cavalier signed with Cumberland University to play basketball. So congratulations to him, Jaron Davis.
Congratulations, Jaron. The Upper Cumberland Regional Airport is looking for a little bit more money. They're going to hire a couple of people, and there's some other studies that have to get done before they can get to where they want to be, and that is obviously some commercial flights in and out of the Upper Cumberland Regional Airport. So insurance costs are also rising. So I believe they're looking for $70,000 from Cookeville, Putnam County, Sparta, and White County. They've got a grant to match that.
Oh, that's great.
So it's not they're looking for millions or anything, but they do need a little bump in order to keep growth happening.
I like how you do bump and then you nod it like
you know what I mean? A little bump.
They do.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that McCulley's Amazing Acres are going to be open Good Friday.
All right. Yeah.
10 to 3, I think. It's $12 to get in, and they have an Easter egg hunt. I think they're having that Saturday as well. Of course, our big county-wide Easter egg hunt is coming up this coming Sunday.
Yeah, it starts at 11.
So it's a little earlier than it has been for us.
On Kiss FM
98.5. That is how it does, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. I want to remind you all about that. Starts an hour earlier at 11.
Yeah. And the eggs are worth even more. I think there's 4 or 5 eggs worth $1,000.
We got more eggs this year.
It's the biggest on record.
Woo!
That's according to Freaky Dave. Isn't he coming in this week?
He is. He's going to be in Thursday morning.
All right. So that'll be great. And I'm looking forward to this weekend. Got
the drone show.
The drone show's Friday night. That's at the River Community Church. The big cross there behind the church, the one you can see from the interstate.
And I know a lot of folks will probably want to be at the river, and that's fine. But they said you might be able to see it better.
A little back further, like Interstate Drive, Restaurant Row, the fairgrounds. From that side is where they're saying that the best view will be. And then you can hear the soundtrack that goes with that. And what it is the story of the resurrection. And so you'll be able to hear that along with watching the drone show on 98.5 KISS FM and the brand new 107.7 Grace FM. You'll be able to hear that. Also be able to watch it on Hub Plus. Then of course we'll have it on demand for you as well.
About the drone show, and I was a little confused too. I wish I had the picture that
Matthew showed us.
Yeah, and it's going to be phenomenal.
Let me tell you,
it's hard to explain because it's something like I've never seen before.
There's never been anything like it. It's a one-of-a-kind deal, and it's going to be here in Cookeville. And of course, we come and watch it here in town if you want to. There's plenty of spots for you to do that. And if you can't make it, of course, it'll be on channel 192 on Twin Lakes, Charter. We'll have it on YouTube and Facebook, and of course on our Roku app. That's really the easiest and best way to do all of this is our Roku app. You just download Hub Plus. So go to search, type in Hub space plus Plus. You'll see it looks like a microphone. It says Hub Plus.
Did you say microphone?
Microphone, and download it.
I think we need to explain again because we're getting lots of texts and calls.
Yeah.
Grace FM will be the new, like right here on this format.
Right.
On News Talk 107.7.
Yes.
Going away.
Right.
And then Grace FM will be Contemporary Christian. That starts this Good Friday.
It does, yeah. And I think everybody's really going to enjoy it. And then Good Morning Cookeville. Next week, we're going to take a little siesta from doing Good Morning Cookeville.
We're still going to be doing Good Morning Cookeville because people are asking.
Right. So
y'all don't call Jason.
Y'all don't call Sheila. But what'll happen is we're going to take a little week-long siesta and sleep in a little bit. And I got to be real honest, I'm being selfish on this deal. Grandbabies are in town that week.
You know how he gets with grandbabies. And you know what? I understand.
So I'm thinking, what a perfect time to take a week off.
Yeah.
Plus, we've got some upgrades we're going to do here for the video broadcast of Good Morning Cookeville. And
if those of you are listening on News Talk 107.7, make sure that you watch us, download YouTube, have it on your phone.
Yeah.
You can connect that to your radio.
Right.
Then we're also on Hulu. No, excuse me. I want to say, you got me saying that. Roku on our Hub Plus app.
Right.
And so video streaming.
Plenty of places to still consume our content. That's what the professionals say.
Whatever content we have.
Consume our content.
Keep you informed and also entertain at the same time.
Speaking of consuming some content, it's time for your 2 cents. It's brought to you by Freedom Pawn in Sparta. What is the topic today? What is the content for us to consume?
Like this.
All right.
Without cussing, give me another meaning for WTF. What could that stand for besides what it stands for. And I've got a lot of good answers from folks. This was, a lot of people chiming
Work
in.
truck Ford.
There's a lot that did like you, just put words together that don't mean nothing. But still, it's funny.
Yeah.
So looking forward to telling y'all about
All
that.
right. Well, I'm going
And
to.
if you got time right now and you haven't answered it yet, you can go to our Facebook page.
Yeah, that's Good Morning Cookeville on Facebook.
Mhm.
Hub Plus on Facebook. All of us on Facebook.
You paused for a minute and you're like, where else are we?
I mean, we're everywhere.
All of us
That's
on
what
Facebook.
that's what I was telling the guy yesterday. He goes, well, I don't know how I'm going to listen to you. Well,
There's all sorts of ways.
we're every single platform but the radio we'll be on.
So if you have Facebook, most of you do.
Yeah.
And you haven't followed Good Morning Cookeville, you need to do that because that's where our question will be.
Right. And follow
after
Hub
this week.
Plus.
Yeah, Hub Plus.
Now just make things easy.
Yeah, follow all of it. And still Grace FM.
Look, I know this is new and it seems weird. It's going to be
We
okay.
have to retrain y'all, though.
It's going to be all right.
Don't leave us.
Like Trump said, everybody settle down.
Everybody settle down. Just do what I say.
Yeah, just everybody shh. Everybody settle down now. It's 6:16. We'll get into your 2 cents next here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
If you have automotive needs, Dependable Auto Sales and Service along with Colonial Automotive would love to help you. Whether it's towing or service, body shop needs, are you ready for a new car? We have everything you need, including the financing, including the warranties. It doesn't matter what it is, DAS is on your side. Please come see us at 1575 Interstate Drive right here in Cookeville, 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-7355, 24/7 at dasautosales.com.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-648-9174. 800-648-9174. That's 800-648-9174.
Hey, how's your money situation? Are you ready for retirement?
I wish I could retire.
Well, if you want to know what the pros are doing to make wealth multiply and retire like royalty, then you need to listen to this show, Retire the Right Way, with Aaron Wright. Get your money right and tune in every weekend, Saturdays at 9 a.m. on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
1077 and 1400 The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:20 now.
And it's time for Your 2 Cents. It's brought to you by Freedom Pond, 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta.
Freedom Pond.
You going to go on, sing more?
No.
Okay. We just do one little line.
Yeah, we haven't written the rest of the
Because when
song
we sing
yet.
the whole thing, we get out of key.
Yeah.
Not like we're in key when we sing a line, but
Right.
anyway, the cleanest, friendliest, best deals at any pawn shop you could ask for.
In the world.
Freedom Pawn, your guns and ammo store, and more. I rhymed a little bit.
Pew, pew.
Guns. Pew, pew, pew. All right, here's your question. Your 2 cents. Without cussing, give me another meaning for WTF.
Oh,
Here's what I like.
all right.
I'm just going to say this one. Lindsay Sylvie, she said, World Turkey Federation, come on.
Well, yeah, that is their deal.
I
Yeah,
thought that was cute.
that's funny. Good for her.
Yeah.
Way to get World Turkey Federation in
Way
there.
to promote. Yeah, she's the president of the local chapter.
Yeah.
So way to promote your chapter, Lindsay Sylvie.
That's right.
But you said, what did you say?
Work
Something about trucks.
truck Ford.
He's crazy. What about work, food, fun?
Well, that's WFF.
Oh, never mind then.
At least mine was within the rules, Sheila.
So I was like, I ain't got no sense. Work? No, I don't know. Let me just read what y'all are saying.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to think this morning. I'm not drinking coffee this morning.
I mean, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Y'all know how I get.
It's tax day.
And I had to pay this year. That's another subject. Anyway, WTF. Archie said, why the fuss?
Oh, I like that.
It's very cute.
Why
I
the
love it.
fuss?
And thank you, Archie. Said on a totally unrelated topic, congratulations to Jason and Sheila on your Firefly Music Festival award. Well deserved.
Yeah, we even listen how funny this is. So I contacted Blair.
Did you? Because I contacted Melissa Ellis. who
Right. And then
told me about us winning.
so I was talking to Blair and Dudley, the founder of Hip Cookeville, and I said, man, did y'all just not get any votes or something? And you were like, I give it to Jason and Sheila. They try, you know. That's
They try. They support
try.
us. They love us.
right. You know, I thought it might be,
Yes.
something like that because I don't know. I mean, we get on here and have a good time, but for the life of me, I'm like, I guess y'all
You
listen.
mean people vote for us?
Yeah. So anyway, he said, no, it's 100% legit. My gosh. So if you took time and did that and voted for that,
We're shocked, and we do thank you.
absolutely. That blows me away. But
It is really nice, though.
I thought it was funny that we both had to call someone in charge over there
Of Hip Cookeville.
double check that.
No, it's like, Melissa, did you just put us on there? Because, no, you won legit, fair and square.
It was the same. It was the same exact thing we did when about the Cookeville Lifestyles magazine.
Most influential,
Yeah.
which still makes me laugh.
I had to call Andrew and say, "Hey, is that right?"
I still don't believe that because all the people that we were in that category with
Yeah.
are such great community leaders.
I mean, I really thought we were getting punked, didn't you?
Well, I thought you deserved it, but I was like, hey, did y'all just
Oh, I
throw
didn't
me
deserve
in?
it.
I was like, did y'all just throw me in? Because he's general manager. He's
Crazy.
got titles and stuff.
Whatever.
I'm a worker bee.
That doesn't mean nothing.
But anyway, your 2 cents. What's another meaning for WTF without cussing? And where's the food is what Haley said.
Oh, you know what we should do? That should be our Friday thing when we go to the Doodle.
Where's the food?
Where's the food?
And then to say WTF to them. I wouldn't want those little ladies over there thinking
Yeah.
we were cussing them. But they would probably laugh at us.
Yeah.
I love them over there. Such sweet people. Cindy, I love this. I said, do it without cussing. You know what she said? Worship the Father.
Oh, that's great.
It made me feel even bad for saying without cussing when I read that, when I was like, Cindy.
Yeah, 'cause you know what? She didn't even think about cussing.
No, she didn't. Worship the Father.
But Sheila sure did.
I did not. I was saying tell them without. Maybe I did. Okay. Look, I ain't perfect. I try so hard to be. It's hard.
You're not?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Cynthia said, where's the fun? Where's the fudge? Water turns frozen, warm toe fuzzy, and
warm toe fuzzy.
She's just making up stuff, but she put a whole lot on there.
I bet she
That's Cynthia Putman.
Does she chat GPT that? Does she ask?
Well, you know, she works with the school system. She's pretty smart.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think she's a chat GPT-er. I think she did it fair and square.
More power to her if she did. Those were good.
My brother-in-law, Russell, this is pretty good. Water the flowers. That's nice.
Hey, can you WTF while you're outside?
I love it. And what the French? And then where's the fries?
Oh, I like where's the fries.
Great.
Yeah, that is good.
Where's the fish? That's somebody different. That was Felicia. What's the forecast is what Jessica said. That's for Anthony Taylor.
Hey, Anthony, WTF.
And Anthony be like, okay, Jason.
All
right. Where's the French toast?
That's WTFT.
Well, that was Shanae.
It keeps going a little bit.
It's Shanae. But I thought Shanae, she probably hates that. Where's the fries? Okay, where's the fish? Why the frown? Turn that frown upside down.
Why the frown? WTF.
Where's the food? We already said that. Wait till Friday.
Oh, I like that one.
And this Friday's Good Friday.
That's right. Wait.
Grace FM.
Wait till Friday. WTF.
Oh, White Tie Friday. Huh. Y'all are creative.
Yeah.
What the flip? That's Misty. Oh my goodness.
What the flip?
Wonderful true father is what Angie said. Very good.
Man, y'all got some great ones. I feel terrible with mine.
Sybil said, we thank Father.
Oh,
see, that's all in the same.
man, we got some really great ones on there.
Where's the Funyuns?
Funyuns are so gross.
That's Brittany. Sometimes I get a hankering for a Funyun, and you know this is going to sound crazy, and I know it is. And I don't have this all the time.
Let's hear it.
Sometimes when I have those weird cravings, no, I'm not pregnant, but you know how hormones fluctuate. I'll crave salty and sweet.
Yeah.
I've had Funyuns with chocolate milk before.
Ugh.
And I know, even myself, I think, this should be gross.
That gives me the willies.
I hadn't had that in a long time, but hadn't been out of whack in a long time. Have I, Jason?
Willie the Farmer.
Willie the Farmer's cute. That sounds like a little cartoon.
Yeah. Who's that? That's WTF right there.
Here's one from Joseph.
What?
He didn't cuss, but he said waiting to fart. And where's the fireball? That's Sherry that said that.
Man.
Maybe we better stop while we're ahead.
All right, so we got through all the PG ones, I see. And we're
getting into the
all right, well. Coming up, spoiler alert, things going on in the world of entertainment and music, so we'll get to that. The real good coming up. And I forgot, are we doing Ask Jason or Ask Sheila this week?
We're doing Ask Jason, and you got one right yesterday.
That's right. Well, I sucked yesterday.
But I gave you good hints.
You did. You gave great hints. So we'll get into all that coming up in just a little bit here on Good Morning Cookeville, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. And we're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Nashville police on Monday afternoon identified a deceased female as that of a Putnam County woman reported missing Monday morning by the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Eddie Ferris said Metro PD found the body of 23-year-old Cassidy Kaylee Madison Jackson Friday in the Hermitage area. Ferris said when police discovered Jackson's body, she had no identity markers or personal belongings. The investigation remains ongoing at this time. A 19-year-old faces arson charges for allegedly setting a fire that severely damaged a McMinnville Dollar General store Friday. The Southern Standard reports that Matthew Howell admitted to McMinnville police that he set the fire after becoming angry. Officials said no injuries occurred, but the store appears to be a total loss. TDOT will suspend all interstate construction work on Easter weekend in anticipation of increased holiday travel. The agency says road construction work requiring lane closures will stop Thursday at 6 p.m. through Monday at 6 a.m. That's the news from WHUB.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. On UCR last night, the Upperman Bees baseball team clinched their fourth straight regular season district title, beating Cumberland County 12-0 in 5 innings. Bees senior Alec Wilson threw a no-hitter on the mound with 10 strikeouts and went 3 for 3 at the plate, driving in 2 runs. The Bees are now 14-8 on the season. 17 NFL draft prospects are expected to attend the NFL draft in Green Bay in 2 weeks. Cam Ward is expected alongside Jackson Dart and Jalen Milroe, but Shedeur Sanders will reportedly not be in attendance. His Colorado teammate Travis Hunter will be. The Tennessee Titans have the number 1 pick and are expected to take either Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders at the quarterback position. The Atlanta Braves won their 5th game of the season last night, beating the Toronto Blue Jays 8-4. Austin Riley crushed 2 home runs and drove in 5 as the Braves won just their 2nd road game of the season. Join us again this evening for high school baseball as Upperman travels to Cumberland County for another 7-3A battle at 4:30 on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Johnson & Johnson is raising its forecast for the year after an upbeat quarter, and J&J says the forecast includes tariff costs. Chipmaker Advanced Micro Devices says it's close to starting production of its processor chips in Arizona. It's the first time its products will be made in the U.S. Nissan is cutting Japanese production of its Rogue SUV. Reuters says it's Nissan's response to the 25% tariff on cars built in other countries. President Trump says he is considering short-term tariff exemptions for car companies looking to make auto parts in the U.S. Tariffs on auto parts go into effect May 3rd. Frequent flyers on American Airlines will be receiving free Wi-Fi starting next January, the service available for members of Advantage. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosolda, invested in you.
National security is at risk, and China controls most of the world's supply of antimony, a critical metal for military and defense technology. Military Metals Corp is taking action and securing a Western-controlled supply with projects in Europe and North America. Critical minerals are the backbone of modern defense. Now's the time to pay attention. The stock trades on the OTC under ticker MILIF. Call your broker today or go to www.militarymetalscorp.com.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Tuesday morning forecast. Today will be noticeably cooler thanks to a cold front that swung through overnight. Skies will become sunny with highs in the lower 60s. Northwest wind around 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 30 miles per hour times. Will be mostly clear overnight with lows near 40. Wednesday will be sunny with highs in the mid-60s.
If your business accepted Visa and or MasterCard payments at any time from January 1, 2004 to January 25, 2019, you are now eligible to claim a share of a $5.5 billion settlement involving interchange fees. The claim deadline is fast approaching and claims must be filed by May 31, 2024 in order to receive payment. To find out more information and to file your claim, go to the court-approved official website paymentcardsettlement.com or call 1-800-625-6440.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 1077 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:35.
Our guest this morning will be Alex Garcia, the mayor of Monterey. We'll find out what's going on there. Then Alec and Lila with Power of Putnam. The drug take back is coming up this weekend. So we'll find out more about that. That's just to drop your drugs off safely. If you've got unused drugs, instead of having them in your house, it's just they'll incinerate those and take care of those. And you can do that any time of the year, but they want to remind you about it.
This is the big push this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Spoiler alert time. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. Luke Bryan's going to be on Jimmy Kimmel tonight. And there's also a band on Jimmy Kimmel that I've been listening to now for probably 4 or 5 years. And if you like classic rock, like Southern classic rock, there's a new band. Will be new to you if you hadn't heard of them. Dirty Honey.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. I hope, for the love of God, that Luke Bryan doesn't try to sing with them.
He might.
Please, Luke Bryan.
That would sound weird, wouldn't it?
Do not do that.
Luke, you're good on your own.
Please. Yeah, you do your thing.
Jumping on somebody else's coattails.
But that Dirty Honey's for real.
Yeah, they're great.
They're really great. Also, great show. I like it a lot on ABC tonight. Will Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Also, The Rookie is really good. On ABC, there's also Bad Romance, a special edition of 2020.
Those are pretty good.
Somebody gets killed on that show. Probably the fella.
Why do you think it's always the women? Because I've seen the last couple of times it's been the men that's killed their ladies.
Oh, really? Well, that's been
a lot of those.
That's a switch up then.
No, it's not. You're thinking of Snapped.
FBI, all the FBI shows are on CBS tonight. The Cleaning Ladies on Fox. St. Denis Medical on NBC. Night Court and The Voice also there on NBC. And 100 Day Dream Home is on HGTV. The Carters, which is about the Carter family.
Oh.
It's a limited series. It's going to be on Paramount Plus.
Well, I'll watch that then.
Oh, I watched the heck out of that.
Yeah.
It goes through all their trials and tribulations as
They've been through a lot, and they were tough, and they just kept on trucking.
That's the first family of country music right there. So
and really good. Got Keep on the Sunny Side and all those songs they sung.
Yeah.
And then they helped Johnny Cash too.
The Last of Us on HBO season.
Is it new?
Season 2 premiere delivered 5.3 million viewers across platforms, a 13% improvement over the 4.7 million from its series premiere.
I'm going to have to catch up on that then.
Well, I watched the first episode of the second season with Donna.
But you have not seen the first season?
No, she told me what it was about.
You really lost, or did you think it was good?
I thought it was pretty good.
So, see, it was pretty good, and you didn't even see the first season.
You know, I did, but she told me what kind of how all that
first season was great.
Happened.
Yeah.
And so she watched it, and I watched it with her. I'm not sure I made it all the way to the end.
Yeah, you probably fell asleep. You were awfully tired yesterday.
Well, this wasn't yesterday. This was some other day. I forget when.
You're awfully tired.
Lionsgate has shared the first look at Johnny Depp in Day Drinker, which has begun production. This is Depp's first big role since his legal battles with Amber Heard.
I'm glad he's getting back in the swing of things, because I was wondering if he's going to act again, because he'd had so much publicity, bad publicity even.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he's getting back in there.
I hope he does another one, another of the pirate movies.
He's so good in that role.
He's just, I mean, it's hard to even see him now not being a pirate.
Look, as much stuff as you've heard about him and everybody thinks he's a pretty boy, he really is a good actor.
Yeah, he's good.
I've seen him in so many different things.
Yeah.
And that he's been great in.
Fox Nation's new 3-part game show, Greg Gutfeld's What Did I Miss, debuts May 12th. 4 contestants isolated in upstate New York until April 13th must discern factual headlines to win $50,000. Fox Nation President Lauren Peterson said, truth can be stranger than fiction. So they've been sequestered. They haven't seen any news as of late. And then Gutfeld's going to give them a headline and see if
that would be fun.
Because some of them do seem like if you haven't been paying attention, you heard that, you'd be like, what?
Well, it's just like when we have stupid headlines.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Fox Nation stole that from us.
I think so. Look at all the stuff we've created that people stole from us.
And that's on their Fox Nation app.
Yeah.
Whew, guys. Just like Hub Plus. Except they charge $1.99. They got a special right now.
Ours is free.
Completely free.
Yeah. Better get on it.
Yeah.
While it's free.
Dazed and Confused star Nikki Katt passed away by suicide at his Los Angeles apartment last Tuesday after his landlord discovered him hanging in his bedroom.
I hate that.
Man, I do too. I don't care who you are, if you're whatever it is, whatever you're going through, man, call somebody.
That's easier said than done.
I know it is.
Feeling so low, they think nobody will understand.
I can tell you right now, there's somebody out there who loves you. It don't matter if they understand, it's willing to listen to you.
And don't want to be without you.
Right. And there's different hotlines. Call church if need be.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
You know what? How uplifting it feels to be prayed for.
Yeah.
Even just that can make you feel more hope.
I got to tell you, you know what? You're right. We were at I Am Worship yesterday. Sheila and I were. We got to meet their pastor.
Mark Ogletree.
Yeah, what a great guy. And before
Mark and Ashley, his wife.
Yeah,
too.
and before we left, he wanted to pray for us, and it was all prayers are good.
But it was so sweet and heartfelt
Yeah.
and positive. I just felt good.
Me too. I felt like a million, but I almost like I need to stop by there every day and go.
No,
Mark, do your praying thing for me real quick here.
Because I love those uplifting ones
Yeah.
too. I mean, most people are uplifting when they pray, but that was really great.
Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy.
Yeah.
Their Santa Fe apartment, they say, was infested with dead rodents and nests, creating a breeding ground for that hantavirus.
So this is not because they had the home is where they found them. So they had another apartment.
I couldn't tell you.
You said Santa Fe.
Santa Fe property.
Okay. So that's where, because I was thinking
their house.
There was
I'll simplify it. Their house.
They said they had an outbuilding too.
Yeah, this was in their house. This is according to the New Mexico Department of Health.
Oh.
And
so sad.
2 vehicles also showed signs of infestation. Live traps indicated an ongoing issue. Though the main home was considered low risk, the outbuildings pose significant hazards. There we go.
Okay, there you go. She was probably, I mean, most of us would do if you have an outbuilding.
Were they hoarders, you think?
No, I don't think that. I mean, I think there were some pictures from inside the house and it looked pretty
clean.
Yeah.
Man, I just thought that's awful.
Yeah.
That's awful. Well, I don't know if you saw this yesterday, but Katy Perry and Gayle King and some other ladies went to space. Well, they went to the edge of space, not all the way to space.
But let me tell you, just going to the edge of space would scare me.
Oh, yeah.
And Gayle, there was lots of memes about Gayle. They rang a bell before they were getting on the space shuttle. Everybody was smiling, looking excited, and Gayle looked like she was deep in thought.
Well, that'd been me.
She goes, if we were to back out, we had to do it within 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And I think she was thinking about it, but she said, I was just thinking, go girl, you're going to regret it if you don't.
That's right.
And then she goes, y'all need to look at me after I get off of it, because then I was like really happy to be touching ground.
And how do you not do it if Katy Perry's going to do it? I mean, Katy Perry's doing it.
What was cute is she was holding up a list of her new album on the space shuttle and then letting it float.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she really had fun with it.
Oh yeah, she was promoting her album and everything. So,
I can't help but love her though.
there's something about her that I do.
She sung What a Wonderful World.
Yeah. But anyway, good stuff there. That was fun to watch. Fun to watch it land and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hang out with us, guys. We'll do the real good. That's coming up next. Also, ask Jason. I've only got one right.
Do you feel funny when you say ask Jason instead of ask Sheila?
No, not really.
Oh, he's ready for it. He's going to be good today.
Maybe.
You get all three.
Maybe. We'll see. That's all coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. Brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
For the love of the blind, for the love of the fall, for the love of knowing your kids' laughter is the sweetest music there is, for the love of Tennessee, travel safe. Brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Foglight Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Brought to you by our friends at Elevate Real Estate. If you're looking for a great real estate agent or a new place to work, Elevate Real Estate would love to talk to you. Whether you're buying or selling, they can do it all for you. Great new building too. That place is pretty inside. They've done a great job there. And just all around good people.
Really nice.
At Elevate Real Estate. Every single day, me and Sheila, we go through these news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it The Real Good. Mateo Paz is an 18-year-old high school student from Pasadena, California. Won first place in a big-time science competition and walked away with $250,000 in prize money. The Regeneron Science Talent Search is the nation's oldest and most prestigious science and math contest for high school seniors.
That sounds like smart kids.
That's something that Sheila and I were never invited to.
Don't include me in your stuff, but I wasn't.
To win the prize, Mateo did some serious work and made some remarkable discoveries using AI to find 1.5 million objects in outer space, including rare stars and galaxies that had never been known before.
That's cool.
Winning the cash prize is certainly something for Mateo to be proud of, but he can also feel good about the work he did because it can be adapted by other astronomers and astrophysicists for their own research, which could benefit their explorations for years and decades to come. There's no telling where they'll send Katy Perry now.
I know. She actually liked it. She had fun.
A 9-year-old, Noah Kerrigan, has always been fascinated by trucks, especially the garbage truck that visits his house every Tuesday.
Boys love those big old trucks, don't they?
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter if it's a dump truck or a garbage truck.
For 4 years, Noah and the garbage truck driver have shared a special friendship, with Noah running outside to wave and the driver always giving him a honk and a smile.
Sweet.
When Noah's mom, Catherine, told Noah that the driver would be making his last visit due to a change in garbage companies, Noah immediately ran outside and wrote a note and collect some of his old garbage truck toys to give as a parting gift.
How sweet. I love it.
It was so sweet, Catherine said. He just wanted to say thank you. It was like saying goodbye to a part of his some of his old trucks to give as a parting gift. It was so sweet, she said. He just wanted to say thank you. It was like saying goodbye to a part of his childhood.
Yeah.
Time will tell if Noah continues to have a fun back and forth with the new garbage collector.
You know he's not going to be the same as this one.
But for now, Catherine and Noah are celebrating the time Noah spent with his special friends. So to Noah and the garbage truck driver and to Mateo Paz, y'all are real good.
You know, that's real special to give your toys to somebody. That's
It
a
is.
big deal.
It means something then.
Well, it's time now for Ask Jason. He got one right yesterday, which
All right.
I still think was good because it was hard. It was hard questions.
Okay.
This has to do with people, maybe habits of people.
All right. Sure, this will be, because people are crazy.
Yeah. You never know what the answer is.
You never know. And I, I am also people. So I'm putting that on me as well.
And we know crazy because we are.
I'm nuts sometimes.
Oh,
Lord,
I know.
And Lord knows you are.
I know I am. I own it. But I'm a fun kind of nut and crazy. At least I hope. I tell myself that so I can get through the day. A recent survey found that most people lose about 3 of these a year. What are they?
Well, it's not socks, because that'd be a whole lot more, I think.
That's good. That's a good deduction.
3 of these a year. It's not a lot, is it? Can I get a hint about what area it's from?
It's from your house, particularly your kitchen.
Dishes?
Nope, but you're close. What other things do you use daily?
Glasses?
No. But I did think you'd say sunglasses before I gave you the hint.
Oh,
because you were talking about how many you lose. One more guess?
Well, the only thing's left is like utensils, spoons, and forks.
Forks.
Hey,
Got it.
hey, that took a while. I'm not sure I want to count that or not.
Excuse me.
Maybe.
Question number 2 with Ask Jason.
All right, let's have it.
More people have a blue one of these than any other color. What is it? And that could be anything I know. This is also within the house.
Trash can.
No, but that's a good answer because we were talking about garbage collection.
I see a lot of blue trash cans.
Me too. It's not outside your house. Inside your house, we'll go in with the bathroom.
Shower? A blue shower?
Most people have a blue one of these than any other. You know it's not shower. It's not a toilet.
Shower curtain?
No.
Those little rugs you put down in the bathroom?
No.
Paint?
No.
Listen, I don't.
The ocean.
I don't know.
Toothbrush.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I'm all choked up.
I wonder why blue's the color there.
I think, now this is like, because a lot of people talk about favorite colors, and I think blue is one of the most popular colors.
Yeah, probably, but.
All right. You got one.
Nah.
You're going to get this one too. I just know it.
All right.
The last question for Ask Jason today. Habits of people. According to a recent Yahoo survey, the average person...
Yahoo?
Yahoo, that's the drink.
My answer is chocolate.
Yahoo. I'm sorry. Yahoo. I must have been wanting to... I was talking about chocolate milk earlier. It's not as good as chocolate milk. Anyway, Yahoo survey. The average person has over 100 of these, but only uses about 15 over the course of a year. What is it?
People have over 100 of them, but they only use 15 of them through the year.
This has to do with electronics.
Oh, I was going to say a woman's shoes.
That's a great answer. But it's not
or / Michael England.
Yeah. He's got lots of running shoes.
All right, tell me that again one more time.
According to a recent Yahoo survey, the average person has over 100 of these, but only uses about 15 over the course of the year. What are they?
Golly, and the hint was?
It's has to do with electronics.
Batteries?
I may have thrown you off on the electronic. Living room. It's hard to give you a hint without telling
I have no idea.
TV channels.
Oh.
I would think streaming too and all that.
Yeah, you know.
We have about 100 of them, and we only use about 15 over the course of a year.
Well, I can see that because you get stuck on the shows that you like.
Yeah.
And, of course, you got to switch up your apps every now and then if you...
That really does help.
Yeah, because you can find some different stuff on some different things, but I like to find a show that's over with.
Yeah, and you can watch all of it when
and I can just... Right, and that's my go-to. You know, that way I never have to wonder, I wonder what's on.
I don't wonder when it comes on next, because used to we would know, it comes on every Tuesday. I don't keep up with that now because so many shows are streaming. Some come out on a Sunday, some guy, and I'm like, I'm too busy to keep up with all that.
And luckily it tells you where you watched last, too. It just puts you back on that last deal.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Or resume watching. Sometimes I fall asleep in the middle.
Me too. But mine keeps playing. Then the last, 2 episodes later, you still watching?
And you're like, where did I leave off?
That's so.
Or you just keep going. You don't even go back.
Are you still watching, man? You good? You good?
Hey, bro.
Hey, do you need a wellness check?
Yeah, your TV kind of does. Your apps do that. Right. You need a wellness check.
Hey, buddy, you okay? You still watching? No? Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine, but...
Those electronics, they act like they care.
Yeah. Coming up, the mayor of Monterey, Alex Garcia, will be here. We'll talk to him. Also, Howard Putnam will be here in a little bit, too. The drug take-back program, they've got that going on. So we'll tell you the who, what's, wins, and wheres of that. So stick with us here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Good Morning Cookeville, W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400 WHUB Cookeville.
Back to court, CJ Papa, Fox News. Arguments about the Maryland man, Kilmer Abrego Garcia, deported to El Salvador, set for 10 a.m. Eastern in front of federal judge Paula Zinnes. But in the Oval Office Monday, President Trump and his counterpart from El Salvador both agreed there's nothing that can be done to get Abrego Garcia back. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports.
In its latest filing, the government suggests it might not be able to bring Abrego Garcia back. The Department of Homeland Security saying it does not have the authority to forcibly extract an alien from the domestic custody of a foreign sovereign nation. The Supreme Court ruled last week that the administration must facilitate Abrego Garcia's return, but it asked Zinnes to clarify what she meant by effectuate. The administration took that to mean they would take steps like providing a plane, and if El Salvador decides it wants to release Abrego Garcia. He's now being held in a maximum security prison in the country.
Judge Zinnes could hold the government in contempt for not complying with her order to bring the 29-year-old home. Another federal judge, this time on the bench in Boston, sets up another roadblock on the foreign policy agenda set out from President Trump. Fox's Carmen Roberts picks up the story.
A federal judge temporarily blocks the Trump administration from revoking the legal status and work permits of more than 530,000 migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. U.S. District Judge Indira Talwani ruled that each of those migrants who flew to the U.S. during the Biden-era humanitarian parole program needs to have an individualized case-by-case review. A Trump administration official told Fox News the ruling is pure lawless tyranny. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
April 15, time for most of the nation to file your taxes. Residents in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North, and South Carolina have until May 1st to pay their taxes due to natural disasters. More limited extension granted for parts of Alaska, New Mexico, Tennessee, and Virginia. America's listening to Fox News.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
The leader of Communist China kicks off his week-long tour of Southeast Asia. Fox's Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon.
Chinese President Xi Jinping was in Vietnam signing dozens of trade deals just days after the White House announced 46% tariffs on Vietnamese-made products. China announced it is suspending the sale of critical minerals to the United States in response to President Trump's tariffs. In an editorial, President Xi wrote, "There are no winners in a trade war or a tariff war. China produces 90% of the world's rare earth minerals, which are needed for U.S. defense production, weapons manufacturing, and aerospace," causing the Pentagon to take note. Earlier this month, China's military ramped up exercises around Taiwan, live-fire long-range strikes, and blockade operations that could foreshadow a future military invasion.
President Trump says the meeting could be a way for the two nations to devise strategies on how to hurt the U.S., saying, "I don't blame China, I don't blame Vietnam." Day two later this morning in what many are considering the most important trial in the history of Facebook's parent company, Meta. Fox's Tanya J. Powers.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg could get more time on the witness stand today following his testimony on Monday in the trial. Emails introduced in court highlighted internal talks in 2011 between Zuckerberg and others inside Facebook that discussed Instagram's explosive growth and what the app had that Facebook didn't. Quote, a really good camera and a photo-centric sharing network. Facebook later bought Instagram in 2012 for $1 billion before acquiring WhatsApp 2 years later for $22 billion. The Federal Trade Commission says Meta's ownership of Instagram and WhatsApp gives it excessive control of the social media market, but Meta says it, quote, did nothing wrong. The trial is expected to last several weeks. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
The Kremlin said today there's no clear outline of a U.S.-Russia deal on Ukraine for now, but that there is political will to move in the direction of an agreement. I'm CJ Papa. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Nashville police on Monday afternoon identified a deceased female as that of a Putnam County woman reported missing Monday morning by the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Eddie Ferris said Metro PD found the body of 23-year-old Cassidy Kaylee Madison Jackson Friday in the Hermitage area. Ferris said when police discovered Jackson's body, she had no identity markers or personal belongings. The investigation remains ongoing at this time. A 19-year-old faces arson charges for allegedly setting a fire that severely damaged a McMinnville Dollar General store Friday. The Southern Standard reports that Matthew Howell admitted to McMinnville police that he set the fire after becoming angry. Officials said no injuries occurred, but the store appears to be a total loss. TDOT will suspend all interstate construction work on Easter weekend in anticipation of increased holiday travel. The agency says road construction work requiring lane closures will stop Thursday at 6 p.m. through Monday at 6 a.m. That's the news from WHUB.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good Morning Cookeville with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here live in the Willow Window Studio, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate at 706.
And we have Alex Garcia, the mayor of the ever-growing, ever-popular, ever-event-filled Monterey.
Yes. Greater Metro Monterey.
Yeah.
I love that intro.
Yeah.
Well, the Banana Pudding Festival, I mean, it seems like it gets bigger each year, and you guys took that, ran with it, and just do it so well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this year was kind of the smoothest. Everybody worked together. The police department, fire department, the city crew. I mean, everybody worked together this year, and I think it was great. We did some... the UCDD did some Placer AI for us,
mm-hmm.
which is like technology that you kind of just put a border around your area, the area you want, and came back with 7,800 people.
Wow. That's incredible. The drone footage and all that looked awesome.
So then you have also that data gives you like what state they're from, and then we had 14 different states visit.
Oh, I love
that's great.
That.
Yeah. Monterey's a great spot for stuff like this. We were just talking about it. It's easy to get in and out of. You can make it to an interstate interchange in no time from where they're having festivals, and the 4th of July celebration's always easy to get in and out of. So,
and even though there's a lot of people, it seems to.
It doesn't feel like it.
I mean, it just feels like it's so easy to walk, and the way everything's set up on Commercial Avenue, it's just great.
Yeah, I think we had a big crowd, obviously, and it never felt crowded.
Mm-hmm.
You never felt like you're being pushed around, or you always had the freedom to walk around wherever you want.
Yeah,
so I think it's a great location.
And then also had a big GNCC race this past weekend too.
Yeah, that was just outside of town. Of course, you got to come through Monterey, but that went very well this weekend as well.
Yeah, it's and then the Adventure Rally. I think it starts in Monterey, right?
That's correct. That's the following weekend. This is Easter weekend coming up, and it'll be the following weekend after that.
Now, have y'all already done your Easter egg hunt? Is that what?
Yeah, that was
this past weekend.
That was Saturday.
Saturday,
that went very well too. Got some drone footage of that. All the kids were excited. We got a kid rolling away on his new bicycle that he won.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome. So what's coming up then?
So we got our 4th of July event, which is really on the 5th of July.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be huge.
Yeah.
We got our sponsors for that. that's going to be one of the bigger events, I think, in the town. Our 19-minute fireworks show that goes to music.
It's really turned into one of the premier fireworks displays. It really has.
I think so.
And we call it Monterey Mountain. You know, it's so pretty on the mountain.
It is.
Really is. It's like so great.
It is a mountain. If you don't believe that it is, it is. It's as tall as anything else. You know.
Especially tell the difference in the wintertime. It's like 10 degrees cooler than Cookeville.
I mean, it for sure is a mountain. Anybody says it's not, then.
Well, that's why we call it Fire on the Mountain.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's going to be a good event. I think you need to come out. I love the way that all the surrounding cities do their events on different days.
It's perfect.
So that everybody can enjoy.
Yeah. We'll be having Freedom Week again this week with all our the 4th of July week with all the radio stations. And big thanks to Willow Window for sponsoring that too. We'll be in all the towns that are having fireworks displays, and it's fun in that we get to go see all the fireworks displays. And this is going to sound really terrible. It's tiring.
Yeah, trying to make it to every town.
Trying to make it to every town.
Also, like, you don't want to miss it because you're like, oh, well, this one has this, that one out, because everybody does something a little different, and every town has its own personality.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that
Monterey's is, hey, y'all, watch this.
Yeah. Oh, you don't think we can? Watch this, y'all.
Hey, y'all, watch this. Yeah, we can do that. So we know that'll be great coming up. What about, like, I know there's a lot of infrastructure stuff going on right now, too.
I got a list so I don't forget things. But so we have Troyer Post Buildings, which is one of the fastest growing companies in Tennessee, actually.
Oh, yeah. I thought they made the Forbes list. Yeah.
So he's donated a 30 by 50 pavilion to Meadow Creek Park.
Holy smokes,
they
that's
put it
great.
up in a couple hours.
I'm sure,
crazy,
yeah.
You know? So that's going to start off what we're going to call the lawn at Meadow Creek. Hopefully we'll get an amphitheater put out there, and
great.
That'll be a good area to watch, movies at night or concerts, and you just sit on the lawn. So that was put up this month. We also have the wood structures at Whitaker Park.
Yeah,
caused a lot of talk on Facebook, I guess you want to say. We shut them down because they were falling apart.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to announce that yesterday they were fixed by a group of volunteers. Some of the money was donated. Some of the money was put in from the city. But they are fixed.
Oh, great.
So that area is now open again. We've also got a grant that we've put in to make that area just a little better. So hopefully that'll come out. And
did I see something about there's some new rules as well, like with B-Rock and with the improvements that have gone on in the park?
Correct.
There's some new rules and regulations that go along with that.
I mean, just like anything else, you have to have rules when you have stuff.
Yeah.
And then if you want to do mountain climbing rock climbing, you're going to have to get a permit. And that'll be on our new website that launches this month as well.
Do you have a lot of folks that want to do rock climbing there?
Yeah. Both at B-Rock and at Meadow Creek Park. There's two areas there that can do it.
Do the permits cost anything, or is it more of an insurance thing?
We just want to know that you're out there.
I got you.
To happen. So there's
and that's really just good for them. You need to let
Yeah.
people know if you're going to be out there.
Yep. Yeah.
So would they, before they rock climb, they just stop by City Hall, or?
No, they can do it online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so as soon as our new website launches, which I'm hoping will be like the 24th, they'll be able to fill that form online, and then they can print out a copy or keep a copy on their phone in case somebody goes out there and says, hey, do you have...
Oh, so it's not like a big intrusion then?
No, not at all.
Do it on your way to rock climbing.
Correct.
Yep. Oh, okay. I got more with Alex Garcia coming up here in just a little bit. Monterey's got some really cool things coming. The Italian restaurant is doing great, and I know there's some the possibility of some other restaurants coming, and also Domino's. Want to see how far along the building looks cool. Looks like a Domino's now.
Everybody's excited about that.
So we'll talk to Alex a little bit more coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Hang on.
Join Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity for their Dream Builders Putnam Luncheon, Tuesday, May 13th from 12 to 1 p.m. at The Edge at Life Church. You'll get to hear from donors, homeowners, and volunteers. Admission is $25. And if you're interested in being a table host, please reach out to Casey at 931-528-1711, extension 6. It's Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity's Dream Builders Putnam Luncheon, May 13th, 12 to 1 at The Edge at Life Church.
Attention men, here's a great way to have more fun in bed and save money. If you want to take something like Viagra, they can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Yes, $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. These pills work for men to improve their performance and confidence. You'll love them. And now for the price of 2 or 3 pills, you can get 50 or more for around $100. You'll save hundreds of dollars off retail prices. That's enough to buy your date a nice dinner. Don't pay expensive prices for Viagra. Call now, order 50 or more of our blue pills, and pay as little as $2 a pill and save hundreds of dollars. Call anytime for confidential shipping.
Call 800-830-0715. That's 800-830-0715. Again, 800-830-0715.
And I also say to you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades shall not prevail against it. Matthew chapter 16, verse 18. Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers with the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ. Please visit our website at jerrywhitsonrdcoc.org and join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on our radio program, Words of Exhortation, as we study through the Gospel of Matthew right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
All of us need to be prepared to defend ourselves and our families, and we need to start with the less lethal option to avoid the legal complications associated with firearms. Byrna has their less lethal pistol launcher. It is equipped with tear gas and kinetic ammunition. It is designed to incapacitate any attacker for up to 40 minutes. Go to their website, byrna.com/Hannity. Right now, you'll get 10% off. Let me tell you this Byrna story. Bob was at home. An intruder physically forced his way inside. Now, luckily, Bob had just received his Byrna 4 days prior to this incident, and he used it to get the man outside and off of his property. There's no background check needed. It can be shipped directly to your door. Visit Byrna.com/Hannity, get 10% off your purchase, or visit their retail location in Franklin at 330 Mayfield Drive and test them out yourself. Byrna, where safety meets responsibility and preparation meets peace of mind.
1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate at 717.
And Monterey Mayor Alex Garcia is with us. We're talking about all the growth that Monterey has had, too. Domino's, how much is that coming along?
Well, I keep getting dates, but it's going to be sometime in May. We're really close.
Well, I mean, it looks just like a Domino's right now.
Yeah.
And is that the first pizza place there, or first delivery in Monterey?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the first pizza place ever, but I mean,
there was one, yeah.
And there's a couple of places you can get pizza. Not specifically just pizza.
Mm-hmm.
But to have it delivered is going to feel like a luxury.
Oh, yeah.
For the citizens, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, well, that's cool that it's coming along. The new Italian restaurant that I still can't say the name of it is just booming all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's never a time that place isn't busy.
No, Sapori di Napoli is
Sapori di Napoli. Well, he's the mayor. He's got to know how to say it.
He does it good.
He can't just be, that new Italian place.
Say it for me again so I can try to learn.
Sapori di Napoli.
He says it real good. Maybe we can just have a recording and then push that button and say
Sapori di Napoli.
Sapori di Napoli.
I've never had a bad meal there.
No.
Oh, everything's good. Yeah.
And then, of course, Los Agaves, they're consistent and good all the time. But there's rumors of like a burger place coming or something like that. Is that still in the works? I see that there's work going on in that building.
Yeah, so that's still in the works. I think it's gonna, from what I understand, I have not talked to him lately, but it's gonna start off with an old timey ice cream and soda floats.
Oh my gosh, that
it's
sounds
gonna
cool.
go to gourmet burgers, and then the end goal, the other half of the building is gonna be gourmet pizza and beer.
Oh,
Monterey is becoming a foodie place.
yeah. Well, I mean,
I am loving it.
B-Rock Brew that's open now that does barbecue.
Where's that?
not
The old
realize
Lovely Brew has rebranded.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
So,
that.
No more boutique. It's just a full-time restaurant. So they still serve coffee. They serve beer and barbecue.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Well, how
can't
about
go wrong
that?
with beer and barbecue.
I did not know that.
That's cool.
They should advertise.
You've also got Bananas.
Oh, yeah.
And they're serving dinner now a couple nights a week.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've never had their Thursday hamburgers,
Yeah.
you need to have some.
They and a lot of their stuff too. They don't really advertise it as this, but it's farm to fork. A lot of it is,
Yeah.
and you can taste the difference.
Yep.
Definitely.
I love their breakfast. It's one of my favorites.
We had breakfast there, Banana Pudding Festival Day. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
And then farmers market, has that gotten started back up yet?
I think it's going to start in the next couple of weeks. That should get up and going. We I don't know if I can. I guess I can say this. We booked May 16th at the farmers market Friday night, midget wrestling.
All right.
Yeah,
That sounds like fun.
Come on now.
that's coming to Monterey.
That'll be fun.
I think so.
What night?
Friday night, May 16th.
Friday night, May 16th.
I know you'll be there.
I'll be there
That
for
would
that.
be a fun night. All of us need to go.
I mean, it's free, right?
Yeah, for admission.
Free.
Free. Yeah.
See, Monterey is the event place, the happening place for events, and now it's becoming a foodie place.
We
too.
can go to Simperdinopoli. Sapori
See, we need him to say it, and on a little button, we just have it on any time.
and
Mayor Garcia.
and eat us a little bite.
Yeah.
A little bite, not a big bite.
You can't eat a little bite there.
But I'm gonna have a little bite, otherwise I'll be asleep at the midget wrestling.
And you'll miss all the fun.
Right.
And you can shop too.
Yeah.
Because now the French Market's open late, and the Charlotte.
Yeah, but hearing about the Charlotte, haven't been in it yet. That's there on the corner, right?
On the corner of Commercial and Hawley.
What was the little store that used to be there?
That used to be the pharmacy.
No.
And after that was Debbie's.
Debbie, that's right. Sweet lady Debbie was.
She moved to Crossville.
Oh, did she? Yeah. Okay. And then some of the infrastructure stuff that Monterey's doing as well, updating your water systems and sewer systems and things like that. We were talking to Jerry Lowry yesterday about how in the city that there's some unsexy stuff that you have to do. It's not all the time new restaurants and all of this.
Don't start this again. He said the unsexy or sexy like 7 times yesterday.
Well, I mean, it is. It's
the things that you got to do that
Right.
nobody really wants to talk about.
Well, listen, I consider if you take an aerial shot of our water treatment plant,
Mhm.
it's pretty sexy.
It's the centerfold in water treatment plants this
I'm
month.
saying we got an award for it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. What kind of award did you get?
Engineering award for it.
That's
No
awesome.
kidding.
Well, that needs to be talked about.
And that's been open almost a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how about that?
Oh, it's good stuff, man.
How do you?
People don't think about stuff until something doesn't work, but when it's all working properly,
That's
they
right.
don't think anything. Is
Well, I just I know that that was a long time coming and getting that getting it right.
Sure.
There was a time there where it wasn't.
Well, it was worth it then because they won an award for it.
That's right.
I mean, that's great.
And it's apparently sexy.
Yeah, I love it.
Who knew? What other infrastructure stuff? I mean, because obviously, at the rate that Cookeville's growing, Allgood's growing, Baxter's growing, Monterey is growing at maybe just a little slower of a pace than those others, but it's heading that way.
The way we want it, though.
Right, but it's heading your way. I mean,
So we've got some grants in the works. It's going to take a little while, but we're going to extend the rail trail all the way to Woodcliff, and then come back and put some sidewalks on Commercial. So they'll actually extend. You'll be able to walk the entire loop of the town.
Oh, that would be great.
And that's going to do some new sidewalks, some new sewer stuff. We've also we're trying to get exit 300 and exit 301 going with water and sewer.
Yeah.
We've got that new industrial park that's coming in. So these are all long-term projects, but you got to think of that stuff or else,
Well, with and with that, it's obviously going to open up more jobs.
Sure.
Which, I know Monterey got hit pretty hard with Purdue leaving. And there's been a lot of outreach through the city, through the county, to some of the employees there. And
we had a job fair last week at the community center.
And had that, was that well attended, or,
I think the numbers were like 40 to 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of these people, they're well qualified to do so many things. I'm sure a lot of them have already found jobs, but also, and you can tell me if I'm wrong on this too, because this is rumor mill stuff, that there's been some other companies looking at that Purdue plant.
Yeah, so we're not kept in the loop too much on that, and I'm hearing some stuff like you are. There are some other companies looking. I know there was one that was hopeful that didn't go through. We're hopeful as a city, as a board, that it's gonna sell. And something's gonna go in there. We just don't know when.
Right. How do you? Is that on the city to help market, or
no?
How does that work within?
So the chamber's doing a good job of that.
Okay.
The Highlands Economic Group is doing a great job. Adam Poe.
Oh gosh, yeah, Adam's fantastic.
So he's on top of it. He's trying to do what he can to get somebody in there. He's the one that put on the job fair.
Yeah.
Well, a combination of
Sure.
it. He was had speared it. So yeah, you can't ask for somebody better to do that.
Mm-hmm. When obviously when that happens, that's going to open up even more jobs.
Sure.
And so, you think some of the people that used to work at Purdue would come back to that, or will it, or does it even have to be a food plant? I know that's what it's set up to do, but does it have to be?
It doesn't have to be. I think that, if it doesn't become a food plant, there won't be so much in the renovation.
Yeah.
But they won't use as much water.
Okay.
So I'll just be honest with you. That's what's going to hurt the city.
Mm-hmm.
Purdue used to produce about $80,000 a month in water and sewer.
Wow.
So that's our shortfall.
Yeah.
In our budget. So we're just going to have to learn how to work that. We decided that, we've got some savings, so we're going to wait it out 6 months and see if somebody buys the building before, we do any kind of changes that's going to affect our citizens.
Right. Well, I can tell you this, in going to the dump, I have enjoyed the not smelling the chicken plant. I'm just going to throw that out there, that's, if we have to find a silver lining on anything, then.
That was only like once a month.
Huh?
Yeah, that smell wasn't every day.
I know it every day, but it seemed to be like every time I drove.
Every time
I drove by.
I made sure it was every time you get.
Here he comes. Here comes Jason. Release the smell.
I think it worked.
It may have been your garbage.
No, it wasn't my garbage. My garbage for sure smelled as well, but not like that chicken plant. Sometimes you drive by and be like, "Poof."
Woof.
So maybe it'd be something better
Release
smelling.
the Kraken.
Maybe. I can't promise that.
Maybe a Febreze factory.
I'm gonna put a good word in.
And then Monterey be the best smelling town in America.
Well, we do need more of those jobs in that area too. So I hope
on the water tower you could refashion that to be a big Febreze thing, and every hour it goes. Psst.
I think that's a great marketing tool.
That's a great idea.
That's done deal as far as I'm concerned. Get on that today, Alex.
Contact Febreze.
Well, Alex, man, thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate Mayor Monterey. All kinds of fun stuff happening. New website coming soon. You can keep up with all the stuff going on in Monterey on their Facebook pages and Instagram and all that too. They do a really great job of keeping everybody on the or in the know when it comes to their events and other things going on in town. So we really do appreciate your time today.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Coming up next, Power Putnam will be here talking about their drug take-back program. Stick with us.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Nashville police on Monday afternoon identified a deceased female as that of a Putnam County woman reported missing Monday morning by the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Eddie Ferris said Metro PD found the body of 23-year-old Cassidy Kaylee Madison Jackson Friday in the Hermitage area. Ferris said when police discovered Jackson's body, she had no identity markers or personal belongings. The investigation remains ongoing at this time. A 19-year-old faces arson charges for allegedly setting a fire that severely damaged a McMinnville Dollar General store Friday. The Southern Standard reports that Matthew Howell admitted to McMinnville police that he set the fire after becoming angry. Officials said no injuries occurred, but the store appears to be a total loss. TDOT will suspend all interstate construction work on Easter weekend in anticipation of increased holiday travel. The agency says road construction work requiring lane closures will stop Thursday at 6 p.m. through Monday at 6 a.m. That's the news from WHUB.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. On UCR last night, the Upperman Bees baseball team clinched their fourth straight regular season district title, beating Cumberland County 12-0 in 5 innings. Bees senior Alec Wilson threw a no-hitter on the mound with 10 strikeouts and went 3 for 3 at the plate, driving in 2 runs. The Bees are now 14-8 on the season. 17 NFL draft prospects are expected to attend the NFL draft in Green Bay in 2 weeks. Cam Ward is expected alongside Jackson Dart and Jalen Milroe, but Shador Sanders will reportedly not be in attendance. His Colorado teammate Travis Hunter will be. The Tennessee Titans have the number 1 pick and are expected to take either Cam Ward or Shador Sanders at the quarterback position. The Atlanta Braves won their 5th game of the season last night, beating the Toronto Blue Jays 8-4. Austin Riley crushed 2 home runs and drove in 5 as the Braves won just their 2nd road game of the season. Join us again this evening for high school baseball as Upperman travels to Cumberland County for another 7-3A battle at 4:30 on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank.
TRN News.
Tennessee lawmakers considering a bill that would protect weapons manufacturers from civil lawsuits related to crimes. Representative Monty Fritz and Senator Joey Hensley sponsored the bill. It aims to protect sellers, manufacturers, and dealers of firearms and other qualified products from liability. That includes knives, body armor, and pepper spray, to name a few. The House and Senate are expected to discuss this bill in the upcoming sessions. Meantime, Memphis Mayor Paul Young responding to the death of a teenager who was gunned down Sunday night at the Food Truck and Culture Festival. The victim was killed at the event at Tom Lee Park. Young called the shooting heartbreaking, infuriating, and absolutely unacceptable. The mayor went on to say that the city will win the war against violence, adding, "This is a promise." I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
What is hope? Hope to me was just that he would get to come home. I had no idea how hard it would be once he got back.
I wish she'd stop drinking so much. She thinks it's helping, but it's not. I hope she sees that soon.
I act like I don't care if he comes to my games, but I hope he does.
I used to hope he'd find happiness again. Now I hope our marriage makes it.
I hope Grandpa will get help. He thinks it's too late, but it's not.
With everything that he's going through, I hope he sees a counselor. I just want my brother back.
I hoped he'd get help. Stop hoping things would get better on their own. He told me to stop asking. I didn't. Then one day he asked for a ride.
Hope is knowing there are other families just like yours, that the veterans they love got help and recovered. Go to maketheconnection.net and turn hope into action.
Tennessee lawmakers passing a bill extending the statute of limitations for 24 child sex abuse offenses from 25 to 30 years after a victim's 18th birthday. House Bill 973 also expands the civil action period for certain cases. This legislation, set to apply crimes occurring after July 1st, 2025, now awaits Governor Bill Lee's signature. Police searching for a man accused of stabbing his ex-wife to death outside a Nashville area school. 54-year-old Candido Raul Rubio Perez was waiting for the victim in the parking lot of Chadwell Elementary in Madison on Monday morning. They say he attacked 52-year-old Nayurka Alfonso Acevedo before fleeing. Memphis Mayor Paul Young responding to the death of a teenager gunned down at the Food Truck and Culture Festival. The victim was killed Sunday night at the event on Tom Lee Park. Young called the shooting heartbreaking, infuriating, and absolutely unacceptable. The mayor went on to say the city will win the war against violence, adding, "This is a promise." I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Tuesday morning forecast. Today will be noticeably cooler thanks to a cold front that swung through overnight. Skies will become sunny with highs in the lower 60s. Northwest wind around 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 30 miles per hour times. Will be mostly clear overnight with lows near 40. Wednesday will be sunny with highs in the mid-60s.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400.
Good morning,
The Hub.
Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Today is the 15th. It's tax day. Just a reminder if you haven't got that ready. 7:35 now.
Well, Lila and Alec from Power of Putnam, they're with us to talk about Drug Take Back next weekend on the 26th. Now, I know that folks can drop off their drugs, unused medication anytime at the police department, but there's always a big push, and it seems like more people, like when you make it convenient for them, there's more people that come and kind of show up and get those drugs out of the wrong people's hands.
Right.
Yeah. So kind of tell us about what next weekend entails.
Yeah, so we'll be out there from 10 to 2. We've got 5 different sites. We'll be at Village Pharmacy, All Good Walmart, the Putnam County Sheriff's Department, our Monterey Police Department, and at the Baxter Pharmacy. So we're all over Putnam County from 10 to 2, just out there all day long taking y'all's unused prescriptions and expired prescriptions. So that's what we're out there doing.
Yeah, is it all prescriptions, or is it just like like opioids? Or do you want the antibiotics and all that stuff too? Everything. So something that was shared with me maybe 3 or 4 years ago, out doing one of these Power of Putnam remote broadcasts, that so many people will, to get rid of them, they might just flush them down their toilet. And that gets into our water system.
It does, yeah.
Right.
And I never even thought about that, because that's not something that they're filtering out at the water treatment center, right?
No, definitely.
So, I mean, that blew me away. What other than getting them out of the wrong hands, what are some other benefits of the Drug Take Back program?
Well, one, we get all those medications that are just been sitting in your cabinet for who knows how long. But also, you have the benefit of, if you have young ones, kids, grandkids that come in your house year round.
The people don't think about that. Like a lot of times we don't, but it could be any family member that might be curious.
Absolutely.
And
it
and that
have
could
to just be a kid.
Yeah.
But that's a big push that we have, and something that we provide that's great for that and safety just in general is our medication lock boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They're big across the community, and a lot of organizations partner with us to provide those to families in need.
Okay.
And just families that need them.
Yeah.
And they're a great way to safely store your medications.
Do you think, and again, I don't know the stats on this, but do you think that, teenagers having the access to that, is that what causes some of the initial problems?
Yeah, definitely. So we actually have a database that we get to look at, and that helps us in our work. And it says that 34% of all Putnam County students say that it is really or fairly easy to get access to these prescription drugs. And so having a lockbox and participating in these take-backs kind of puts that access, makes it harder for them to grab that.
Oh, sure, yeah. If you can just go to the the medicine cabinet or the medicine drawer, or whatever you've got at home, and go shopping for whatever you're looking for there, because there's a lot of people that have some pretty powerful drugs,
Right.
and maybe use them for a while, then decide they're not for them, or their doctor prescribed something else, because that happens a lot of times too. Is a doctor might put you on a pretty powerful drug, you take it for a couple of weeks and decide, you know what, hey doc, this thing is really messing me up. You think they'd take the drugs back with them right then?
You would think.
But I guess that don't make,
They just keep them in there.
I mean, I take my car battery back.
Right.
So that would make sense to take your drugs back to the doctor.
Right.
But maybe the doctor doesn't take them. I don't know. Do you know?
I'm not for sure if the doctor takes them back or not. But like Sheila was saying, we do have locations at the police departments all across Putnam County, the sheriff's department, and also Walgreens. They all have.
Oh, I didn't know that about
All have drop boxes that you can drop them.
Is that all the time, not just this weekend?
All the time.
Okay.
Whenever, those are the ones that are open pretty much whenever store hours and whenever the police department's open.
What other kind of events do y'all have going on next weekend with the drug take back? Is there when you're at these spots, is there other things going on during that, or is it more like a drive-through, hey, here's my drugs, see ya kind of event?
Well, we always provide plenty of information, resources, and lock boxes. And just like you can just drop off any of your locations, unused, unwanted, expired.
It does kind of make it easy when you have these drug takebacks, because people can just drive by and say, hey, here's my bag of drugs.
Oh,
I've had people come up with trash bags, and they're like, my parents were going through a bunch of stuff, and this is all their stuff that we've had for.
Oh my God, a trash
year,
bag?
Yeah, a year and a half.
Shocked. You really would.
People bring. And then
You
got
haven't
some
seen
people
that when
there's
you've done the
like-
remotes, because I have. I mean, I've seen.
I've seen them bring like a Walmart bag full, which I was
they
like,
don't have some that bring Walmart bags. You have some people that just have one vial, and they'll just drop it in there.
But it's better than going into the water system. It's better than staying in your cabinet. And what do you say to those folks that think, well, my teenager or my family member would never do anything like that? And y'all see stuff all the time.
Absolutely.
Right.
We see community service kids come in. We have community service kids that come in, and they
Doesn't mean they're bad people.
It doesn't, absolutely not.
Yeah,
It's
and it
just
could be anybody.
anybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We work with people that you would never think that had something like that happen in their life, or gone through something like that.
And there's a lot. I mean, there's so much now we hear about suicide and things like that. So that kind of makes it more tempting for those in your family if they're going through something like that.
Sure,
That's
yeah.
easy, accessible.
I didn't even think
Get
about
that out of the
part.
way.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know when somebody's feeling something in just that spur of the moment, and then, you don't want that to. When you say get into the wrong hands, you're thinking of somebody coming in and stealing it that you don't know, but it could be something like that.
I didn't think about that either. Someone coming in and stealing that.
Oh yeah.
You should have like a sticker. We gave our drugs to the drug take back program.
Well, we do actually have this time coming around. We have a community contest for everybody in Putnam County who shows up to our take back sites. And the rules are, if you come and if you show up and if you bring us your medications and you take a selfie with us at our table and you post it and tag us, then you are entered in a drawing for a $25 gift card. Just as our way to say thank you for, safely disposing of your medications.
That's a brilliant promotion, because then you're getting their audience to say, hey, we're doing a drug take back.
Well, then it lets all the bad guys know you don't have any more drugs.
That's right. It's a good thing.
Yeah. Don't you be coming around here.
Don't you be coming out here. I may not have a sticker, but I have a selfie. And it says, hey.
That's right.
I ain't got no drugs.
Apparently you didn't see on social media, I'm out of drugs.
You know what I thought was cute, too, when I've done the remotes with you guys? People even bring their aspirin, their expired aspirin and all that, because you don't want that in the water system either.
Right.
So, and nobody says anything. They're like, yeah, bring all of it. Bring any of it that you want discarded instead of just throwing it in the landfill or throwing it in the sewer system.
I love getting rid of stuff too.
Yeah. It feels good once you do the spring cleaning kind of.
I love that when you clean out something that's, because your medicine cabinet can get crowded real quick,
really can.
Especially if you got kids.
Mine's 95% allergy medicine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it can get so crowded so quick, and all of a sudden you're like, oh man, what does this even do?
Scrambling to find
why
It's just for us, but then when you get the whole family,
why do we even have this? Who had this? You know, and pretty much if you can't read the label,
right,
it's too old, right? Yeah.
And don't take it.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. That's the thing too. I mean, do drugs go bad? Because that's always a.
They can go less potent, and I don't know if that goes the opposite direction where.
I don't know that either.
Like if it's old, it does something to your system.
I'm under the understanding that once they expire, they just don't work as well.
Okay, so it's not like wine doesn't get better.
No.
No.
We are saying drug take back, not hey, this is better.
My bad. Sometimes I get confused.
We apologize for Jason, Lila, and Alec.
Power Putnam's doing a drug take back program. We come back, we'll go back through all those locations and what you need to be looking for in your drug cabinet when we come back. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're here live in the Willow Window Studio. Hang on.
Sean Hannity here with some important advice. There's only one real estate agent I trust if I needed to sell my home. I'm talking about Heather Skender Newton with Skender Newton Realty. She services the entire Cookeville area. Just Google Skender Newton Realty.
Take a listen to what customers say about Dennis Bynum's H2O Water Biz.
My name is Lisa Garcia. I own Cleanse Wellness Spa, which is a detox spa here in Cookeville. Big selling point for me was that I didn't have to think about this. A great price for really good water, very safe, and it's 15 years that I don't have to mess with it. So if anyone out there is interested in staying toxin-free, I would say that getting a water system that Dennis sells is extremely important for that.
Dennis Bynum's H2O Water Biz, 931-575-8966.
No matter where you go, it's always nice to meet a fellow Tennessean. It's a unique connection to a special place and a certain way of life, a state of mind, if you will. So when you're looking for coverage for your home, your life, or your auto, look to a fellow Tennessean and a native Tennessee company, Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Because being a Tennessean, that's living. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
All of us need to be prepared to defend ourselves and our families, and we need to start with the less lethal option to avoid the legal complications associated with firearms. Byrna has their less lethal pistol launcher. It is equipped with tear gas and kinetic ammunition. It is designed to incapacitate any attacker for up to 40 minutes. Go to their website, byrna.com/Hannity. Right now, you'll get 10% off. Let me tell you this Byrna story. Bob was at home. An intruder physically forced his way inside. Now, luckily, Bob had just received his Byrna 4 days prior to this incident, and he used it to get the man outside and off of his property. There's no background check needed. It can be shipped directly to your door. Visit Byrna.com/Hannity, get 10% off your purchase, or visit their retail location in Franklin at 330 Mayfield Drive and test them out yourself. Byrna, where safety meets responsibility and preparation meets peace of mind.
The Colorectal Cancer Alliance is the largest nonprofit dedicated to ending colon and rectal cancers.
The Alliance has access to the latest trials and treatments. You need the Alliance on your side.
Go to the Alliance. Go to colorectalcancer.org.
Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville. 1077 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:48 now.
When we have Alec and Lila, that is with Power of Putnam, and we're talking about the drug take back. It's happening next Saturday, the 26th. Several locations from 10 to 2. All Good Walmart, Monterey Police Department, Baxter Pharmacy, Village Pharmacy on 10th Street in Cookeville, and the Putnam County Sheriff's Office, all having drug take back next Saturday from 10 to 2.
All of those locations are 10 to 2?
All of them.
Okay. All right.
So we were talking during the break about, turning in your medications, and didn't think about pet medications, because some of those are pretty heavy duty stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's heavy duty or not, I mean, you go ahead and turn it in, especially if it's expired and you don't use it anymore. A lot of folks don't think about that.
Yeah, it is something that I forgot about until we were at the break. So, if it's my job and I'm forgetting about it, I'm sure y'all are forgetting about it too,
It's
right?
things you just don't think about. And you have that in your cabinet too, or maybe like I put mine separate in a little bag because it's the dog medicine and I didn't want to take it.
And it's spring. It's always good to spring clean.
Yeah.
It's starting to get nice. Go ahead and just clean them out.
And you said there's the pet project that y'all are doing. You're trying to educate.
Bill's working. Bill Gibson's got his pet med project going where he's working with vets to work to ultimately, like you said, because there's some strong pet medications and people will misuse those as well.
Yes.
So that's something that Bill's got up and going right now that he's in the very early stages of, but working to
I mean, I really
That's a good idea.
Until Power of Putnam started educating all of us and we started interviewing y'all even years back, I didn't realize that people would still pet tranquilizers and all. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you've got a problem, you want to get it anywhere, and that's very good to disperse and dispose of that. And what they do is incinerate it.
Yeah.
Incinerate the medication.
Oh, so that's what happens then.
Yeah. So the DEA will come through and get their stuff, and there's 4 burn sites. It's just this giant furnace, and they'll just take all the medications and throw them in there. And I want to say they double incinerate them to where there's no emissions that come out.
Oh, okay.
So it's
100%
safe.
I've heard of that.
I think it's
100%
great to
safe
educate about that
for
because there are so
environment
many
as well.
people going, they're just going to take those and they're going to take them themselves.
You won't believe how many grandparents come up and they're like, "Do I need to take my name and label off?" I'm like, "Ma'am, they're just they're gonna take it, and tomorrow."
So they burn the bottle and everything.
Everything. They take the whole thing.
Wow.
Everything that's in there, they take it and burn it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And that's good to know too, because there's people that's done a lot of work taking those labels off that I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You'll see,
you don't even
there's
have to do that.
some of them that you'll see when they take them and they dump them in there. They're all stripped of their labels. I'm like, and they'll ask you like, "Do I need to take the label off this one? I forgot this one." I'm like, no.
Well,
that's like a big concern that anybody has. We're actually at all of our sites, a policeman has to be there, or someone from the police department.
I didn't think about that, but there has been everywhere that I've set up with you guys and done remotes. There's always an officer. I just thought they were nice and supporting you.
Not just for us, but also for community members who maybe don't want their information out there.
I get that though. I mean, you're going to burn them up anyway, but I get that.
I didn't even think that there could be like unsafe people. They know there's a drug take back and coming. You do need police protection.
Well, no, I'm just talking about your information on there. With as many people, as scary as it is to have your identity stolen and all that stuff, I do get that. I don't think that's super crazy.
Oh no.
And
there's a lot of work though on some of if they have a lot of the bottles.
Permanent marker would work good too. Permanent marker over that. So that's a lot of work to take that label off.
I get it though. I really do.
School's about out, and it's always amazing to me the work that Power Putnam does with schools and within the school system. You do such a great job, and was able to see part of that during football season this year, and what all the neat things that you're able to do with school, and then hear a lot about it too. So coming up. We've got proms, we got graduations, project graduations, and things like that coming up. What are you doing here to end the school year?
Yeah, so we coming up the day before drug take-back, we'll be at Upperman Middle and Upperman High all day to provide them with Steered Straight, which is it's a drug program, and this guy he's a long-term recovery, but he goes through all stages of and all substances, and just basically just does a quick run through of the dangers of all these substances and how the substances that he used early on in his life affected him down the road.
Right.
And it's just a crash course on all of that. But we'll be there.
That really helps when you hear what somebody went through and they're willing to tell their story.
Absolutely.
There's things I don't even think about until somebody tells their story, and I'm it's so good for young people to hear that.
Yeah. So we'll get to talk to every student at Upperman Middle, and then we're going to talk to the 10th graders at Upperman High. But at the end of the day, we also have a professional development, so we'll get to talk to administration and teachers from across the county for an hour with them, and then we have a parent academy after that following that one. So it'll be from 4:30 to 5:30, and parents can come in and hear the exact same thing.
That's great. Keeps everybody on the same page then.
Right. Yeah.
And looking for the same things.
Yes.
Because, it's one of those, if you can see what the early signs of that are, just like anything else.
Absolutely.
You can see the early signs of something, you can squelch it a whole lot quicker than if you let it go.
That's a big thing that we promote with the Talk They Hear You campaign, is those early and often conversations. You've heard us say it before, but those conversations that you have early on in the child's life make those more difficult conversations a whole lot easier.
As far as other programs coming up before the end of the year, and then what do you do to stay connected through the summer?
Yeah, so you've worked with us with some of our Thrive ambassadors in Cookeville. We take them to conferences in the summer. Take them to a week-long conference in June, and then the health department puts on a 3-day conference in Chattanooga. So we'll take them for a week and go to UT Martin, go to the Tennessee Teen Institute. They do great work out there. And
Tennessee Teen Institute.
Yeah.
Is that like a whole state Power Putnam, or
they're through JASCO, I believe, but they're out there in I can't remember whatever county UT Martin's in, but their funding's through there. But they have this program where they're able to put on this week-long conference for students.
I got you.
They have upwards of 500-600 kids from all across the state. Yeah.
Wow.
People drive all the way from Bristol. So it's like 6-7 hours.
Wow.
They'll bus in 30-40 kids.
That's amazing.
For a week long. And it's just basically a week of prevention and mental health. And they get to hear from professionals all.
And these are some of your ambassadors then. And then so their job is to take this in, bring it back to school with them for the next year.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I
Now,
love that they have folks like you both are younger and you're hip, you're cool.
We try.
It's not like us old fogies trying to tell them don't do drugs.
and listen here, kids.
Because y'all are fun and you're just a great example and you care. So I just think what y'all are doing is great, and I'm a big proponent of mental health too. So that's great what y'all are doing there. I just think other teens, the networking helps them be able to talk to each other too.
Oh yeah, because I remember being in school, and about once a year you'd have a cop come in, and he'd be like, "Don't do drugs."
And you're like, "Whatever, you're a cop."
The DARE officer.
Yeah, and then
we love them too.
And then we'd watch a movie.
Yeah.
And
I know that did some good for some, but I think
it was so lame. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. It was lame. The movie they showed was lame. Everything about it was like, this is so goofy. And but I've watched what they've been doing, and they're
actually fun.
It's fun. It's cool. They've made it cool and fun to be around and hear about. It's not lame anymore.
I really appreciate what Power Putnam does. Y'all do an excellent job. Really.
Well, guys, thanks for being here. Drug Take Back is next Saturday, 10 to 2 at All Good Walmart, Monterey Police Department, Baxter Pharmacy, Village Pharmacy, and the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. So get all your drugs cleaned out and over to the drug take-back program next Saturday. Yeah, April the 26th. But April's flying by. Easter's this weekend, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Well, guys, thanks so much for being here. We really do appreciate it.
If anybody has any questions, our website, powerputnam.org, it's always being updated. Oregon actually just launched the new community calendar where partnering organizations can go in there and put in any activities they have going on in the community.
Oh, great.
So it's a hub of resources.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate it. Sheila, real quick, who's on for tomorrow?
Johnny Wheeler and Ann Austin. They're going to talk about Juneteenth that's coming up. It's a pageant, and it's a little different than most pageants.
Okay.
Hope Vargas, she is with the Chamber of Commerce in Gainesville.
All right. That's all tomorrow here on Good Morning Cookeville. See you then. Bye.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good Morning Cookeville, W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB Cookeville.